put some love in that pot.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you love what you do and you do what you love, you be gardening with good in, girl.
Sisters, how y'all feeling? Brothers, y'all alright? It's Kezia and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a treat for y'all, okay? I'm here with my hometown homeboy, internationally known Goo, Gardening with Goo. He invited me to the garden to get some greens today, and we're gonna chop it up. Yeah, we're gonna chop it up.
For sure.
So introduce yourself.
I'm your boy Gardening with Goo. They call me Goo What It Do. You know what I mean? Cause I make it do what it do. You
Do
feel
what
me?
it do.
For real. Okay,
so let me tell y'all a fun fact. Okay, I met Goo back in 2016. Goo is not just a garden guru. Goo is a lyricist. Goo is a dope engineer. He does music, he raps, he does it all. So he is just like a multi-talented person. So Goo, tell us a little bit more about how you started gardening, like what put you into gardening.
Okay, by choice or by, you know, my heart is in fishing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love fishing. Like, I fish all day long, 24/7, 7 days a week.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But a couple years ago, like, might as well say 4 years ago, I started to have kids. You know, I started to have more kids, and I needed something to do around the house. So I wouldn't have to go out on those fishing trips and stuff like that. I was like, man, I need to find something to do at home.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine, like, we real close now, Raj Naturals, I seen some of his stuff that he was doing on Facebook, you know, building gardens, growing his own food and stuff. And I was like, you know what? My daddy used to garden in the same backyard right here. I'm like, you know what? Let me start a garden. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so on the other side of the property, on that side, I cleared off a little piece of land, and I had grew a couple of transplants, collard green transplants, matter of fact, in the ground. And they didn't do so well.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find out what really goes on up underneath the soil so they can make these plants grow and they can thrive.
Yeah.
And that's when I started joining different groups on Facebook, YouTube, watching different YouTube channels, getting my own literature off, you know, Amazon or the groups, they recommending books and different things like that. So that's when I started to recognize and realize what actually goes on up underneath the soil, and that's how it started.
That is so dope. Cause so, you know, anybody who does anything with plants, and you know, you can't just throw stuff in the soil and it grow. You know, you have to do your research. Right. And now Goo he's such a community icon. He has started gardens with schools at White City. You just did a garden at White City School. So how your kids feel about, you know, their dad being somewhat of a local celebrity?
Listen,
you know.
Listen, my kid, my daughter, she goes to Longwood Elementary, and they had, you know, when she go to school, they're like, why your daddy started a garden over there and ain't started one over here yet? You know, and that kind of vibe. And, like, she likes to hear about her daddy. Her principal came up to her, was talking to her about me and stuff, so she feel real good about it. And my other kids, they don't even know what my day-to-day job is. You know, because I'm a whole inspector out here, and they think my main job is gardening.
Gardening with Goo.
What? Yeah. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? They love to come back here, water my plants, and just parlay in the garden, like do what I do. They imitate what I do out here.
And that is such a great example, because, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, kids, they emulate what they see.
Facts.
And so this is such a good example to grow your own food, to get your hands in the dirt, in the earth. You know, it's such a great example, and I think it's so dope. So now we're gonna get a little bit off topic of gardening. Right. Now, like I told y'all, I met him, you know, in 2016. We did a little song together.
Yeah, we did. I remember that song.
And he wrote this dope verse on the song. He did the engineering and everything, and I was just like, man, this guy is so talented. And so what is stopping you from doing your music now? Is it just on pause? Are you still working on things? Like, what's going on with your music?
So right now it's like I'm more focused on making gardening music. You know what I mean? I am writing the other raps, you know what I'm saying? You know, writing down different lyrics or whatever. But I think it's just on pause right now. But I got some things cooking. I'm working with a couple people right now, and we trying to push that back up to where it needs to be.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what else you want to talk about?
I mean, I want to know what you got going on, man. I've been seeing your YouTube channel popping. You've been going to all these different eating spots and stuff like that. I want to hear tell me some of the good stuff that's happening over there.
Well, you know, I live in South Africa, Cape Town to be exact.
Woo woo.
And I just love the natural beauty of South Africa.
Right.
The whole reason why I even started my channel was just to show people that there's different parts of Africa that we didn't grow up seeing. You know, everything that we saw was always like poverty stricken, and you know, we didn't see a lot of like successful black businesses, and we didn't see a lot of the country's beauty. So that's really like what I've been up to, and you know, I love to travel. So I've been, you know, incorporating some of my travels into the channel as well. But I just right now I'm just like enjoying my time in South Africa, enjoying traveling and enjoying my freedom, really.
I know that's right, man. I can't wait to do that. Yeah.
Really. So guys, like y'all, I know y'all can see this beautiful lush greenery here.
Love it.
Mama Goo is gonna come out and she's gonna show us how to harvest some collard greens. So y'all stay tuned for that, and we're gonna destem them and we're just gonna chop it up. Okay guys, so we're out here with Mama Goo. She is going to show me how to harvest some collard greens today. It's a beautiful Saturday. The weather is nice. The birds are chirping. And she invited me to her garden to show me how to harvest some greens. So go ahead, Mama Goo.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful morning to be out here harvesting. Take them from the bottom. They're beautiful. They're not dirty. Just move the bowl along. So that way you don't have to do all that walking.
And I'm so excited about these greens because they don't have collard greens over in South Africa. They call them African greens, but they look more like spinach.
What kind of meat do you use, Kezia, when you do it?
Well, I usually use turkey necks because I don't eat, but before I used to use ham hocks, but I don't eat pork anymore.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. As long as you got your flavor, what you like, that's what makes them good. Put some love in that pot.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you love what you do and you do what you love, you be gardening with Goo then, girl.
Gardening with Goo.
See some of these leaves here I let drop because they're not going on, lizard. See, they can be replenished in the soil. Well, decompose, recompose, or whatever word they use. Yeah, that one too. So you just just leave them in the garden. You ain't got to be doing all that picking up, cleaning. Yeah. Got my sleeve on this morning. My arms are hurting. Beautiful. Got a couple of more plants I can get them from.
So how long have you been growing these collard greens?
This particular batch, my son can tell you a little more about planting than I do. I do the harvesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do the harvesting. I don't do the planting. I ain't the plant girl. See, I'm putting this back because it can be whatever in the soil. And I don't want to ball the plant because they have to have a certain amount of sunlight in order to produce.
Y'all, I can't wait to get into these collard greens.
Right? Tell you, email me a bowl of greens. If it was that simple, you know. And this is a good thing. I thank God that that He allows us to plant our own crop and harvest it. That way it not only saves money, but it saves time, and it gives you a whole new way of looking at things.
Yes.
You look at things totally different when you do it yourself, because when you look at things and you realize when you go to the grocery store, for an example,
Yes, ma'am.
you got some greens, because you got one that planted, the other one take care of it, then you got the one that harvested. And you're like, this is kind of expensive, but that done went to 3 or 4 hands. But when you do it yourself,
Yes.
you know what you got, and you're not only saving time and money, but you're doing it yourself, and it gives you a greater appreciation of what you've done. See what the Lord has done. Nothing that we done so great.
We need to get you behind the camera. I mean, picking some.
I want to see, can you get this? And you grab them from the bottom. Watch this. They'll pop on their own, okay? Just pull down like that.
Okay.
Just like that. I want you to get a couple of them. So that way when you go home, but you probably can't grow them. From the bottom, you kind of hold the plant up and you pull down. Pull down. Pull down.
Boom. Just like
It'll
that.
let go. It'll let go. Sometimes you have to pull it to the left or the right, like you're shifting a gear.
Oh, okay.
You got it, girl. Wow, look at you.
They look so nice and healthy.
Girl, this would be good in a salad by itself. If you can stand the texture.
That's what I be
this is
eating.
beautiful.
This is beautiful. I think this is gonna be enough for me.
Yeah, more than enough. That's a
Yes.
2-day meal.
Yes.
Thank God for it. We've came and we conquered.
Well, Mama
And these are
Boo,
yours.
thank you so much. I sure appreciate you
I'ma
inviting me
Look at that blue lipstick
to
on
the
that lip.
garden
Yes.
and harvesting these fresh collard greens, y'all. Oh, y'all know I'll be talking about collard greens. I cannot wait to get into these.
Yes, God bless you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
All right,
you.
and thank you for everything.
You're welcome.
If you love what you do and you do what you love, when you're gardening with goo and all that other good stuff, clean. I gotta go. Here's your stem. Take it. These grew a different way, so that's it. But some people, this is nutrients too. Some people, they eat the stems.
I know.
So, you know, that's to each his own. As for me, I like mine destemmed because it take a little longer to cook when you got the stem. And it's easy to pull out once you bend it and get it at the right, I call it circumference. I'm a math whiz. But that's it. And you can take your little piece off so you won't lose any. Yeah. See, like this one bent that way. If you don't want to bend it the other way, you still can pull it. It saves the same purpose.
Okay, guys, so we already destemmed the collard greens. We just out here chopping it up. Now, Goo, what do you do with the stems?
The stems I save and I put these in my compost bin and allow them to break down over time, and they're gonna add nutrients right back to my plants, man. So it's all about, you know, living off the land, man. Use what you got to get what you want, you know what I mean?
Yes.
The nutrients is right here. The nutrients right here. I don't have to go to the store and buy different kind of fertilizers and stuff. Just make your own soil, make your own compost. Right here. Put it right here in the bag, and then I transfer it and put it in my decomposing bin and make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying?
And Goo doesn't use any pesticides on his garden.
No, I can come out here and eat straight out of the garden if I want to, because I don't use all that stuff, you know what I mean? But it is good to rinse it off because, you know, pests do walk around or whatever, you know, stuff be in the air. But I don't put nothing on my plants. Number love. That's
Love. You can feel the love. I
That's
can't
it.
wait to get into these greens.
real nice.
Y'all, it's been such a dope experience to be out here in the garden. I just love it. It's so peaceful back here. Hey guys, so my fresh collard greens that I got from Garden with Goo, from Goo What It Do and Mama Goo, they're ready. Now I just like collard greens and cornbread. That's what I wanted. Now y'all tell me if y'all like rice with y'all collard greens, like how y'all eat y'all collard greens. Me, straight greens, cornbread, I'm good. So I'm about to dig in. Y'all want some? Here. They are so good. A little bit of cornbread. It hits the spot. Fresh from the earth. I am so grateful to Goo What It Do and Mama Goo for allowing me to get some fresh collard greens out of the garden. It's really such a blessing. Anyways, thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Miracles and blessings. Until next time.